your socialist police state actually began in the so-called freedom movements of the 60s, where women began to push for their freedoms, their liberties, their rights, and your blacks began to marching for their civil rights. Well, during this time era, the 60s brought about a cultural revolution, and it was a revolution that was supposed to bring about liberty and freedom for all. And yet it enslaved people known as convicted felons, because it was during this time period that these so-called liberation lovers in our Congress started passing laws making it illegal for an ex-felon to own firearms for his own self-defense and the protection of his family and children. And it is at this time period, during the so-called, quote, liberation movement, let's all come together, let's bring liberty and freedom, and all of us, live the American dream. This fallacy of the 60s, this fallacy brought about the denial of ex-felons the right to defend their lives and protect their family and children. It goes against the Constitution, the Second Amendment right, that says all people have the right to bear arms for self-defense. And it was during this liberation movement that launched the socialist police state machine in our nation. And today that socialist police state machine has grown so big, the bureaucracy is so large, that it costs billions of dollars to prop up and hire these, quote, protectors of the victims and protectors of the citizens, these people working for law enforcement. And all of these people that work for law enforcement, they promote and support the idea that ex-felons should not own firearms. It doesn't matter how long they've been out of jail. It doesn't matter whether they've put their past behind and they're living honest lives. It doesn't matter they have children and wives. They have to protect their lives. It doesn't matter that they have to defend their own lives. And these